Do you feel like the world has absolutely gone off its rockers lately? You're not alone. I'm feeling it. You're feeling it. Everyone is feeling the pinch, the feeling, the fear. They're feeling these things, but people are having analysis paralysis about it. They're having fear. They're having doubts. They're having this intense internal struggle of everything is going to crap, but I don't know what to do. But I'm here to turn your fear into action. Let's get to it. When I get angry, or when I get frustrated, or when things are not going my way, or I see the world going into complete chaos like it is now, I take action. I'm one of those people that it's like, it's going to take a lot for me to just lay down and die and do nothing. And that's what I want for you guys. I don't want you to lay down and die and do nothing. Actually, hold on. I got to pause on this real quick. I want you to get angry. I want you to feel that fear, and I want you to take it and use it to your advantage by getting prepared even harder, okay? People are watching the chaos, but they're not preparing for it. And it's hard because there's so much going on right now, and just so much division and hatred and violence, and just so much going on that you just feel like, man, it feels hopeless, right? But I want you to take that hopelessness and turn it into action. And we're going to do that 1 week at a time. Let's take that energy that we are feeling with that frustration and fear and uncertainty about the world and where the direction it's going to, and turn it into something productive, something that can help you relieve that frustration and fear. So we're going to make preparedness into what? A lifestyle. That's right. So I actually have a free download, and it's your weekly preparedness checklist. No matter what level of preparedness you're at, I think it's important to have some sort of weekly checklist, weekly guide, something that can help us stay connected and with what we need to do, right? So it's an actionable checklist of things that we need to be doing every week. Now, I think that you could be doing something every single day, a little action every day, but let's just go ahead and start with a weekly task. And during the other days of the week, let's go ahead and just read a blog post or watch a video or prepare for some DIY projects that you want to do, or look at your budget or something like that, and find some way to cope. And another good way to cope? Being with your loved ones. And I've seen some comments lately of people that are like, well, I don't have any loved ones. Well, you know what? Do you love yourself? Let's go ahead and focus on that then, shall we? Okay. We all love ourselves a little bit, right? So let's focus on loving yourself and doing something nice for yourself, for your community. Like, go volunteer, go do something for your community, or, something. Put yourself out there. Go volunteer at the food bank. Having a weekly checklist is also going to avoid burnout, and you're going to stay consistent. I like to do a little something every single day. Again, it's a little something, even if that's just inventorying or fixing my get home bag, or, putting new diapers in the car. It's something that's going to help me and reassure me that I am prepared and ready for every day, as well as the future, which nobody knows what's going to happen today or tomorrow or whatever, right? So we just try to be as prepared as possible. And remember, control what you can control. We shouldn't be panicking. We should be preparing. We should be planning. No matter how experienced you are or think that you are, it never hurts to even just do an inventory of this stuff. So as I'm going through this, let's go ahead and just do an inventory of the stuff. Even if you think you're super duper prepared, I go through an inventory at least once a month, once a week. Like I say, hey, we could use more water or whatever. Okay, so here's the action. And remember, this is all in a free PDF that I have down below, so go check that out. Okay, so week 1 is water storage. Assess your water needs. 1 gallon per person per day is for drinking only. The rest is, I would suggest 2 gallons per person per day. That is for drinking, hygiene, cooking, okay? 1 gallon per person per day plus your pets and everything is not enough. So do 2 gallons per person per day. And you don't have to have a year's worth, because it's a lot, okay, to be fair. That's a lot, okay? So what you want is at least, a month's worth, but also consider the other water sources in your home. Do you have a water bob that you can collect water from your bathtub? Do you have a water heater? Can you go and source water? Oh, it's so high. Can you go and source water from a local source? Can you catch rainwater? Is there a pool nearby? Do you know someone with a pool? Is there a community pool? Like, there's lots of ways to source water, okay? Stock up on clean water though, bottled water. It doesn't matter if you live in an apartment. A lot of people are very concerned about weight. Think about the weight assessments that builders use for making apartments. You can have a few cases of water in your apartment. You'll be fine, okay? Learn purification techniques as well, because like I was saying, there is the possibility of needing to, source water and clean it. So this is all going to be in the checklist, okay, down below that I have for free that you can go access right now. The next one is going to be power and lighting. Inventory your power supply, because as we've said before, the power grid is unpredictable, and especially with potential of war or the instability of even being able to pay, your electric bill. Like electricity, I feel like just keeps going up and up and up. But, being as self-reliant as you can with that stuff is definitely going to help you, more than hurt you. We have had rolling blackouts a lot lately, and it's been crazy. So the less you can rely on the electric company and the more that you can rely on yourself, right, the better off you're going to be. So inventory your backup lighting supply, get a solar charger, battery bank, and practice a lights out drill for one night. It's going to show you a lot of holes in your preps. Or it'll make you see that I'm super bored and I need more entertainment because I'm super prepared, and I need more stuff to entertain me during this blackout because I'm so prepared that I don't have anything to do. So anyway. Okay, so week 3 is going to be food inventorying and rotation. What I'm doing right now is I'm making oatmeal rather, for the freeze dryer so that I can freeze dry some oatmeal and I can have that for later, right? That is my inventory. I am getting the freeze dryer going. I haven't had it going for the whole summer because it's warm, and the freeze dryer does make the house a little bit warmer. Anyway, I am making the oatmeal and then I'm going to freeze dry it. That is part of my inventory. I'm figuring out what food do I need, but I'm also doing a 30-day, I'm trying to freeze dry 30 days worth of food, and I'm trying to recreate the most famous freeze-dried food. So oatmeal is on that list. So anyway, I'm going to put some cinnamon and apples in this. That's why I'm cutting up the apples. And I'm able to do all this while my baby sleeps. I'm cutting them up into kind of small chunks just to make sure that they get freeze-dried properly. Set up your rotation system. It should be first in, first out. The newest in the back and the oldest in front. You don't have to write labels and the expiration dates, because canned food lasts longer than the expiration date. Now, if you want to write it on the canned food just so that you clearly see it, that is fine. But that should be rotation with everything, even Mylar bag stuff, okay? Rotation, rotation, rotation. You should be naturally rotating your water. You should be naturally rotating your food, okay? You should be rotating everything. Even use the batteries that you have stored up and stuff. Nothing is off limits when it comes to your preparedness gear. Everything can and should be used, especially to practice making, meals from your stash, right? And if you store a bunch of food that you don't eat, that's just going to sit there and waste money, waste storage space, and waste your time to even put your effort into storing it and spending your precious money, which a lot of people don't have a lot of right now. So store what you eat and eat what you store. And then during that 3rd week, you can also add a little bit of extra food. So go to the store, your normal grocery store visit, or dollar store, or whatever it works for you, and just get a few extra canned foods. Get some non-perishable foods. And stock up. If you have a freeze dryer or a dehydrator, or you want to can some stuff, go ahead and start canning too, or look into preservation methods that are going to work best for you. I think I got to turn that off. Cinnamon is one of the top preps that I have. I have so many jars, cans, whatever, of cinnamon. I use cinnamon in everything. I use it in my coffee. I use it in my oatmeal. I use it in my tea. Oh my gosh, I use cinnamon in everything. So I prep cinnamon hard because I don't have a cinnamon tree right now. I can't get the cinnamon bark. Okay, so I just prep it. I hope this is gonna fit all 4 trays. I'll make more if it doesn't, that's okay. And number 4 is security, home and yourself. I think it's more important than ever to take an inventory of your home security as well as your self-security. Be more situationally aware, right? Make sure you have your self-defense tools and your security and your self-defense plans really in action, and practice them, okay? Make sure that you have everything ready to go, okay? So in these 4 weeks that I have laid out in this action plan, so let's say that maybe you already had this stuff. Now is the time to go through this stuff. Make sure that you're settled. How much water do you have? How much food do you have? What does your home security look like? What does your personal security look like? What does your, blackout items include? And you don't have to spend a ton of money on this stuff right now. If you don't have something, or if you see holes in your preps, write it down and then say, okay, I'm going to take this long to prep it. Okay, I'm going to budget this much so that I can get this item. Okay, I'm going to practice this skill this month. Okay, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. I'm going to do this one thing this week. And you can make your own action plans for every single week and stay prepared, because preparedness is a lifestyle, right? Let's avoid some common pitfalls of why people do not succeed and why people continually don't get prepared, or why they feel fear all the time but with no action. Number one is overbuying without a plan. You're just buying random stuff, but you have no plan. You got to have a plan of action. You got to have an emergency disaster plan. You got to go through the checklist. You got to write, hey, this is what I want to prepare, and this is how I'm going to do it. That is an essential part of preparedness. Also, you cannot skip skills in favor of gear. While they work together, you can't skip one or the other. You got to have both. I was trying to do 1 cup per tray, but it looks like I'm going to need, looks like each tray is coming out to 2 cups per tray. That's okay. Live and learn, right? That's a really good lesson though. Live and learn. You're going to prep for exactly how you need to prep for you and your family and your needs. It's not about me. It's not about some other prepper. It's not about your neighbor. It's not about your friend. It's not about some random person in the comments. It's what's going to work for you and your situation. Get prepared for you and your needs. What do you need for your situation in your urban or rural or suburban area, or whatever it is, wherever you are, whether you have a family or not, whether you have people to care for. Doom scrolling instead of prepping. Instead of sitting on your phone and scrolling and getting more depressed or more anxious or more fearful, yes, I think it's super important to be in the know about what is going on in our society, but get a hard stop, okay? Get your news, you gotta get off, go do something productive. And you know what productive could look like? It could look like going out and playing with your kids, having some fun, okay? It doesn't have to be just prep all the time, okay? Spending time with your family and your loved ones is also just as important. Now remember, consistency is better than panic, okay? Be consistent, take action on a regular basis, and that panic will be reduced. The fear will be reduced. Sure, you might still feel a little anxious here and there, and that's okay. Get angry. Use that fear and that anger and take action and beat the system, all right? Thank you all so much for watching Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing Today. And remember, don't forget to download that free checklist guide down below. It is completely free. But don't forget to check out the other downloads that I have available at my website, and guides and everything that I have available there. And don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter for lots of additional tips and advice. Thank you all so much for watching Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing Today. Let me know down in the comments how you are getting prepared consistently every day or every week or every month, and inspire others as well. Thank you all so much for watching Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing Today. I think that's the 3rd time I said it. Okay. I mean it. Get prepared. Okay, bye-bye.